Hello my friends and welcome to episode 32 of our Football Manager 2021 Let's Play with Rangers. Today we are taking on the second leg of the Champions League qualifying playoff against FM21. It's the last playoff to play for whatever reason it's been delayed. We actually had a fairly big gap with no games and this game was delayed and I do not know why. I believe the group stages might have already been drawn, I do not know. There was a day where it said group stage was drawn and I never got to see it, so beats me. But since last season we've had a few games. We played St Mirren in our first game of the season and it gave us a bit of a scare in truth. Tony Weston put us one up, but they went 2-1 up before Benkovic scored, and then a Lovro Meyer penalty got us over the line against Ricardo Gardner's St Mirren. It was a big shock. A few players didn't turn up that I was kind of expecting to, and that kind of irritated me. So we changed the team a little bit after that. Nathan Patterson and Kent were still injured at the start of the season. We then played Kilmarnock. We won 5-1. Holzick, Kai Kennedy and Antonio Marin on the score sheet for us, Brophy on the score sheet for them. Much better performance, and Kai Kennedy in particular really impressed. Now I know Sakota rating's higher than him, but I'm pretty sure Kai Kennedy was involved in like 4 of the 5 goals. It was absolutely crazy performance from him. We then played Hibs in the Betfred Cup quarter final, and Tariq Fosu gave us a bit of a nightmare. We won 7-4, we were 4-5-0 up at half time. Holzick on the score sheet, Marin, Mayer, Nico and Chris Rendell are getting his first goal for the club from right back. He came on as a sub for Nathan Patterson to try and see off the Fosu threat. Didn't particularly work, but hey ho. Looked at Fosu, don't think he's that great, but he told us a new one basically. We then played Fivrankos in the first leg at Ibrox, which gave us a worrying game today. Mayer and Darami scored after Sully opened the scoring for them, and it wasn't great. They had a player sent off before Darami scored. Darami came off the bench and had a good game. But again, I played a team that I thought was more than capable of winning this game, and some players just did not turn up. Now obviously we did win, but it's a fragile 1-0 lead against an away goal, so a 1-0 win across there would see us out of the Champions League. We then played Celtic and we finally had what was probably our best performance by a country mile this season. The players really got up for it. Adam Holzick with a hat-trick, Filip Benkovic with a goal. The game was basically done within the first 12 minutes, and Lovro Meyer made sure of it in the 27th. Holzick scored in the 51st, and James Forrest got a late consolation for them when we were really starting to rest players. You know, we brought Kai Kennedy on for Mayer, who was running the show. We brought Hurley Ewan on for McCrory, and we brought Tony Weston on for Holzick, because I was looking at this game as, at that point I was looking at this game as the bigger threat. That leaves us top of the table with 3 games played. We do have a game in hand to every team below us, apart from those fighting around about the relegation zone, Livingston, Hibs and St Mirren. We know that the game in hand will not be against St Mirren, so it's against Hibs or Livingston. I'm not quite sure why we had that break of 2 weeks with no game. There was no international fixture, everyone else was playing. It makes absolutely no sense to me at all. So league table is looking good. Holzick top goal scorer. Didn't have any bids for him. Really surprising we did not have any bids for him. But we'll get pitch side where we'll play. Are we seriously playing on Friday? No, it's an international. Ignore that. It's an international break. I know it's an international break because I was worried I wasn't going to have half my team. Does look like we're fresh of players. The 9 call-ups are probably under 21s, but we'll see pitch side in just a second. So we do have some issues in the team. Right back, we don't have a fit one. So Nathan Patterson does start because he's the fittest of the 3. Connor Randall, the next fittest, is on the bench, and Josh Deutsch has basically no fitness, so can't even make the bench. I don't know why he's so tired. He shouldn't be playing for the reserves, and I suspect that's probably what's happened. Nico's in for Charles Elena, who's picked up a bit of a fitness issue. Ross McCrory is picked up a training injury, so he's out. He'll be back for time for tomorrow. If the game was one day down the line, he'd be able to play. No hands down, he just can't play today. which is really, really frustrating. So Harley Ewan comes in, he's not happy about playing out of position, but we need him to learn that position, and he is learning it fairly quickly. He's gone up a full star in familiarity with it since the start of the season. So that's kind of the team as it's looking. We've got a fairly decent team, a team that should win this game. Obviously, they have shown some level of quality against us in the first game. Now, I went back and looked at it, and we had a 3.5 XG. They had a 0.48, so it probably was much more in our favour than I initially thought looking at the game. But we've got Livakovic in, Patterson, Benkovic, Pavlovic, Bradaric, Nico Mayer, Ewan, Marin, Harley Ewan to clarify, because we do have Kelsey Ewan as well, of course, Marin, Hlozic, and Mohamed Darami playing off the left wing. On the bench we have Cervantes, which should be an Akipena, Lewis Nelson, Chris Randall, Charles Elena, Stephen Kelly, Kai Kennedy, and Tony Weston. Hopefully we can get a goal here and win this game. Only a 1-0 win for them, remember, knocks us out. They do have Mario Balotelli, who did not play against us in the first game, so that's interesting. Saloy was the one that gave us all the problems. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to go really try and pump them up, because Scottish teams do not travel well in Europe. We never have. Hopefully we can go there and get a result. They're playing more defensive than what they did at Ibrox, which is interesting. They need a goal. It was the same sort of narrow formation, but you had two cams instead of the CDMs. So this is an interesting formation from them. They have had the only shot so far, so we've not started great. The Harley Ewan thing can just get knocked off, because I'm not moving him, because I want to teach him this position. I believe he's capable of doing it. Nico with the block there, it's not good enough though. Cleared away only as far as Bradaric, who picks up for us. Forward to Mohamed Darami, playing in the left hand side mostly this season, but we'll have games up top. I'm just trying to prioritise Hlozic and Weston up there this season, but with no Orsic, it does free up that right position, sort of left wing rather, rotation slot. Across for Darami, who can't get there for the tap in. Oh, great ball across, and great block from their defender. I want a goal. I want a goal just to sort of relax away from this away goals issue, because it makes me nervous. We're at 0.81, which gives us a 4-point thingy XG over the two legs, and we've got two goals to show for it. I'm happy with how they've played, but there's still room for improvement, so let's go with that. Just keep encouraging them. Nathan Patterson will not see out this game. I can guarantee you Nathan Patterson will not see out this game. The other thing that I should have mentioned in the last episode, I did try my hardest to get another left back during the summer window. There is one that I'm trying to get on a pre-contract for January instead from Colombia. He's an 18-year-old regen who looks very, very good. Not necessarily fitting our style, much more of a defensive fullback, but one that we could bring in for the cheap and sell on for huge profit. He looks like a top quality player, just not great going forward. But hopefully we could work with that as Mayer gets us that away goal. It was a poor cross, well, it was a decent cross from Patterson actually, but nobody really went into the front post. The goalkeeper got a touch, and Lovro Mayer first to react, as he so often is. Nathan Patterson running for miles here unchallenged. Eventually takes the challenge, gets a cross in. Nobody runs first post. The goalkeeper just parries it out into the danger area. Poor goalkeeping that time from the Fevros keeper, and it just puts it in our hands. So we're 3-1 up. We've got that vital away goal. They have to come on to us now, because they need 2 goals just to get it to extra time. Mac, Harley Ewan, I think it's Harley Ewan number 17 chasing down well. There's Balotelli, good save. Salui first to react though, and it's 1-1 on aggregate from really nothing. Just a big long volley from or long shot from Balotelli with loads of power, and Benkovic slows down, not seeing Salui. He just needed to get there first. Madden not having a great game on that right wing, so we will bring on Kai Kennedy, who's really the only player on the bench that we've got that can play out there. And if we can get another goal, it basically ends the tie, is kind of what I'm thinking just now. Lovakovic launches forward. Mayer. Landui. Salui. Mac back into Salui. It's decent. Oh my days. How are we losing this game? How are we losing this game right now? Going for a demand more. I mean, right now it's going to extra time. We still need a goal. But performances across the park have not been great. Realistically. Lewis Nielsen, could you play? Yes, you could. Bring you on for Harley Ewan. We're going to extra time. I'm kind of hoping we get an extra sub here. I'm going to throw the water bottle. Mayer's knackered. Benkovic is knackered. Bradaric is knackered. We do get the extra sub. Can't tackle though, can you? Come on, guys. Come on. Need a result. Rendell to Lovro. Mayer can't find Darami. Got to a net header, Lewis. Doesn't, but first to react, it's good. Nielsen. Rendell. Elena back to Rendell. Switches the play, finds Darami. Again for Kai Kennedy, good switch again. Kennedy bursting past 1, 2, 3. Keeper fluffs it again, nobody following up. We've scored 3 goals over these 2 legs with an XG of about 6, and they've got an XG of about 1, and I've scored 3. It's really frustrating. Hlozek not having a good game today at 6.2, but he's the most likely to score in Europe. Mayer, poor from Lovro Mayer. Get back out there and demand more. We go to penalties. Not happy with this. So Mayer can go first. Mayer can go first. Then Hlozek. In fact, I'm going to leave Hlozek to last. Go Elena next. Then Nico. Pavlovic. And Hlozek in 5th. I think. Come on, guys. Balotelli steps up, saved by Lovakovic. Yes, get in. Advantage Rangers. Mayer with the penalty. Bang! Advantage Rangers confirmed. Gotal will step up for the Hungarians. does go the right way, Livakovic, but it was in the corner. It was a good penalty there from Gatal as Charles Elena will step up. Don't like that run up, but it is in the back of the net. That run up always makes me nervous as Salui, the man who over 2 legs has scored 3 goals against us, lined up. He's hit the post. Nico comes forward. Again, I don't like that run up. Perfect penalty from it. Nico tucks home. Ideally now, Hložek is not needed. They have to score their last 2 penalties, and Pavlovic has to miss. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this guy's name because I will end up in a tongue twister. Livakovic saves again, 2 saves and 1 off the post. Gets us into the Champions League proper. Not a vintage performance. Over the 2 legs, the XG I believe will comfortably show we deserved it. But we did not defend well for that first Salui goal. We did not defend well for their goal across there. We need to be improving on these things, and we've got to be taking more of our chances. We've got to put more of these shots on target. They obviously played a very defensive formation. So hopefully we can kick on now. We do have an international break, so lots of time to get training properly, lots of time for me to review stuff. Next episode, as you can see, Champions League draw was already drawn. So we are in Group A with Bayern, Inter and Spartak Moscow. It could have been easier, let's be honest. Let's have a look at group stage, all groups. Because I believe Celtic are in here. Yes, they are. They've got. Why can't we get their group? Leipzig, Lyon, and Bruges is a much easier game. Do have any teams in the Europa League? TNS in there. Well done to them. I'm not seeing anyone. No. Anyone in the Europa? Not yet. Let's have a look at our league table last season and see who would be in Europe. So Motherwell, Europa League. So they've gone out. I believe they actually got knocked out to Celtic last season. They did. In the qualifiers, they got knocked out to Celtic. So that's a bit of a bug. This year they've got knocked out to Dynamo Kiev. Ross County schedule. They've been knocked out to some team I've never heard of, Dungardens. They are from Sweden. And Hibs. Please tell me you're still in it. Yes, you are. They are in the last qualifier, or Euro Cup 2 qualifying 4th round. Hibs. CSKA Sofia is an affiliate club of ours. Just so we know, Hibs. Where are you, Hibs? Yeah, so is there another round after this? I've got no idea. I don't know how the Europa Conference works. So I guess next episode we will be back. Let's come back for Inter at home. Inter knocked us out last year. It gives us a bit of a break. So we'll miss Bayern away. 4 away games in a row, man. Yeah, so that gives us a bit of a break, and then we could probably jump back for Bayern at home as well. So it's, splitting it up a bit and going from there. I'll be targeting 3rd from this group. I don't think top 2 is achievable. Excuse me. Last season, if we have a look at first knockouts, Inter beat us, of course, 2-0, and Bayern beat Chelsea. How far did they go in the end? Inter then lost to Man United, and Bayern lost to Juventus on away goals. So both only went one stage further than us last year, but I think they're probably going to be both a hurdle too much for us in terms of the Champions League. We're not playing as well this season as I would hope. As we can see, 13 million injection of finances leaves us with 139 million in the bank. Of course, we spent 90 million redoing stadium, youth facilities and whatnot at the start of the season, and we've got reduced ticket income for this season. If we can go here, that will show that, and we're down to 46,000, while 13,000 is added on, which will take us to 64,000, I believe, and that will max out Ibrox in-game capacity based on previous years. But I'm going to end this episode here, guys. We'll be back in our next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.